I read something yesterday on the comics page that I find incredibly disturbing. And before you say, oh, come on, Dave, it's the comics page, nobody takes it seriously, it's for kids. In my experience, this is where things start. You start programming kids in with beliefs that make them hateful and dangerous, and they grow up to be adults who are capable of doing horrible things. So what exactly is it that disturbed me? This was a comic non sequitur by a guy who calls himself Wiley, and it's a conversation between a mama bear, a papa bear, and the baby bear talking to him about some of these changes that he might be going through. Of course, they're implying it's like a puberty thing, but then when they actually sit down to have the talk, the papa bear says, the ones who are devoid of talent, imagination, and integrity end up ruling over the rest of us. Got that? The upper echelon of society are people who are devoid of talent, imagination, and integrity. And the baby bear then says, so these urges I've been having to creatively eviscerate billionaires? And the mama bear says, all perfectly natural, sweetie. So essentially, it is perfectly okay to be wanting to kill billionaires because they're essentially oppressing the rest of us. They somehow have gotten to the top despite the fact that they have no talent, imagination, or integrity, and therefore holding down those of us who do have the talent, imagination, and integrity, the things we really value in society. So wanting to kill them makes a lot of sense and in fact might make society a better place, right? And to me, this is where it starts. You look at Germany in the 1930s, you look at Russia, you look at Gaza, and what kids were learning in schools that were run and funded by the UN. These types of ideas that it is okay to kill people, especially those people who are successful, is extremely dangerous. For me, I go the complete opposite way. I'm a big Tony Robbins guy. Tony always says, success leaves clues. I've been trying over the past decade to study as much as I can the patterns that make successful people successful. And I've come out with a number of books that try to take those lessons and distill them so they'd be really accessible to everyday average people to read. In fact, I'm just finishing a book now. It's called How You Slice It. And it's been several years of learning about business acquisition and optimization distilled into a novel about a 19-year-old kid who winds up acquiring a failing pizzeria for $1. And I use lessons that I've spent actually quite a bit of money going to seminars, going to trainings, learning from some of the best in the world, things that I've gotten and try to pass on through this novel. It's not yet fully released, but if you want a free sample, you can go to davemason.co/slice.